seem to remember somebody saying we shouldn't have any trouble at all.
Well, I don't think we'll have any trouble at all.
It was at this point we started having trouble. What's going on YouTube? Levi and
Athena.
of Old Iron Off-Road, and what are we doing, Athena?
Going on an adventure.
Where are we going?
Shenandoah State Park? No, mountains.
Shannon,
We're going to Virginia and West Virginia.
very good, close enough. We are actually going to be in the Shenandoah region of Virginia, Shenandoah Valley, west of the Shenandoah Valley in George Washington National Forest. There's another national forest we're going to be in, and I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of it. But that is where we are headed. We are just outside of our campsite, but we've got some really cool remote travel in store, and we hope you guys will join us. Stay tuned. Good morning, YouTube. We are sitting right outside of the New River Gorge National Park. Made it into camp late last night. We just threw the tent up and made some food and got into bed pretty quick. Got a couple of issues. We have developed a slight oil leak at the front main seal. We're hoping that's not going to turn into anything serious. We are still kind of near civilization at this point, so we're going to hit a car wash and kind of hose it off and just kind of keep an eye on it. I think we lost about a half a quart between somewhere in northeastern Tennessee to here, so not the end of the world. We've been running pretty hard.
We had a raccoon try to steal our toothpaste.
We did. We had a raccoon try to steal our toothpaste last night. We actually left the toothpaste out on our table with the toothbrush, and we heard some rustling, and pretty sure Trash Panda tried to make off with our toothpaste. But anyway, I think today we've got some good adventure planned. We're going to hit the New River Gorge National Park area. We're going to go up into a place called Thurmond, and then we're going to end up shooting over into a place called Beech Ridge Wind Farm. It's actually a wind, what are those things called? Windmill power plant. Are you making eye contact at all?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Windmill plant with a bunch of access roads and some remote travel with really kind of high vantage points, so it should make for a nice day of travel. And we'll see how far we get past that and try to enjoy the day and get to camp somewhat early, I think, is the plan for today. What do you think?
Yes.
Sound reasonable?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll see you on the trail. Thurmond West Virginia was established in the 1900s and served as a coal refueling station for trains coming through the gorge. Despite the lack of roads, Thurmond was a popular destination for railway goers. Thurmond boasted hotels, banks, and even a red light district for people passing through. After a main hotel burned in the 1930s and the common use of diesel engines in the 1950s, Thurmond began to decline. In the 1960s, it received new attention thanks to a rafting company, and in 1972, with the completion of the New River Gorge Bridge, the river became a national river. Thurmond officially became a national park in 2021, making it the newest national park in the country. We made it to Thurmond. We're in the New River Gorge area in West Virginia. So we've actually got quite a trek to our next destination. We are gonna go through the Beech Ridge Wind Farm area, and literally that's the only way we have to get to our next campsite, so we better get to it. We'll catch you on the trail. As the day wore on, we made our way to Beech Ridge Wind Farm. Beech Ridge Wind Farm is owned by Beech Ridge Energy LLC and is home to some 124 wind turbines and is part of several renewable energy sources in West Virginia. Though coal is still the largest producer of energy, providing 90% of the power in the state. We look raggedy and tired.
We are raggedy and tired.
We've had a long day, a fun day. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
We're probably 13 minutes from camp, and we are bougie camping tonight. We're pulling into a state park. It's got a shower house and all that good stuff. Get the camp set up, get the scuttle set up, get some food going, and chillax by a campfire for a bit. See you there.
Normal temperatures are expected for Friday and Saturday ahead of our next cold front. Now for the national weather, chance of rain 20%. And now the forecast for the mountains of West Virginia, including...
Alright, so we packed up camp and we are back on the road. We had a really nice quiet campsite last night, had a really good sleep. It rained reasonably hard for most of the night, but we stayed nice and dry and cozy in our tent. We are actually headed northeast up into a place called Seneca Rocks. I think is ultimately our destination. That's something that the wife had picked. I think it's caverns. I actually think a lot of this area is rock climbing territory. Holy cow! I have seen more chipmunks on this trip than anywhere. Like in Tennessee, you'll see the occasional chipmunk.
They're everywhere.
Usually I see a chipmunk when the cat has killed one, but here they are literally everywhere. So after we check out Seneca Rocks, we're actually going to go south a bit and check out the Green Bank or Greenbrier Observatory. I think it's Green Bank Observatory. It's actually a government facility. It's a huge satellite that they're actively listening to space to try to see if they hear any random alien activity, I guess. And I believe after all of that, we are going to head over to the Brandywine Recreation Area in the George Washington National Forest and meet up with Mike Moore of Scout Co. LLC and his family. And we're going to hit some more trails. I think there's Union Springs Road, Flagpole Knob, and another one that is called Reddish Knob. So a couple of nice little remote travel trails. I don't think it's anything too rough. But yeah, we're going to be checking all that out. So stay tuned. The Green Bank Observatory ended up being a little more time consuming to get into than we were willing to invest. So we opted for a quick lunch by a pond and some more Forest Service roads before attempting to see Seneca Caverns. good spot for lunch. After a quick lunch and another long Forest Service road, then traveling to the Seneca Rocks area to check out the caverns, we were once again disappointed as we were met with a closed sign at the gate. So in a last-ditch effort to see something worthwhile, we decided to travel to Spruce Knob. Once to the top, we made a short hike to an observation tower, and once atop of the tower, we were met with an amazing view from the highest point in West Virginia. From there, we made our way to camp as we were eagerly anticipating a steak dinner and to meet up with some friends. After a good night's sleep, we were ready for a day on the trail. We are here with Scoutco LLC, Mr. Mike Moore and family in tow, and he is going to take us on some local adventure trails. We're going to do some exploring. Where are we going today, Mike?
We're camping in Brandywine, West Virginia, and we're going to leave here, take 33 toward Harrisonburg, which is where we're from, where our shop is. Before we get to Harrisonburg, we're going to roll backtrack a little bit almost to come kind of back into U back this way and get on Union Springs Road. Okay. Unimproved Forest Road, nothing too technical. I don't think we'll have any trouble at all.
Cool.
But no, we'll come through Union Springs Road. We'll stop and talk a little bit at Stone Camp, a little local legend there. We'll talk about that, and then we'll ease out through Briar Branch and back down and back onto the hard surface road and come back to camp.
Cool. Awesome. Should be a good day. Yep. Stay tuned. Hey Mike, next good shady spot you find, go ahead and stop.
We're probably going to end up having to stop unless this thing's
seem to remember somebody saying we shouldn't have any trouble at all.
So I don't think we'll have any trouble at all.
It was at this point we started having trouble. Yogi was running warm, Mike had some kind of an electrical issue, and a few more shakedown bugs popped up on his rig throughout the day.
You know, just saying, if Yogi wasn't hot, we wouldn't even have to stop. We'd still be rolling. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Nothing.
Nope. So now it's got 12 volts. Been charging 1450.
Batteries shit.
Maybe.
Ooh,
That ain't good.
those are gross. We happened to stop and see a piece of metal. I think Matt noticed it. Did you see that on the trail, Matt?
I heard it. No, he heard it come out.
Oh yeah.
I heard something bunking.
And I knew what it was as soon as Matt picked it up. So I decided we should probably stop and check U-bolts, and luckily we did. I think we're in good shape. We'll get this guy tightened back down. It's been somewhat of an eventful day. Of course, I think this is a shakedown run really for this truck. And
Shakedown for me. And
Yogi's never been on anything quite this rough, so that's not good. We might have to get silly with that one. We'll get it squared away and get back on the trail.
So what's wrong?
He's got it. Well, he's just low on pickup.
going downhill instead of uphill. Just
Does-
floating away from the fuel pickup.
So mine likes downhill, his likes uphill.
Levi's rescue team to the rescue. Ooh.
She was stuck in there. You need the spout or no? So we made it back to camp. We definitely had a lot of adventure today. Adventure was what we were seeking.
This is Levi with Old Iron Offroad, and Adventures is what he does.
Right, and
He
we
says
had
so
an
on the
adventure.
truck.
No, it was a good day. It seriously was. We had some mishaps. Mike, what happened with your rig?
I have
I
a
can't even
driveline
remember.
vibration that was in it when I put it together. In order to try to diagnose it a million years ago, I wedged some shims that I knew better than to put in there in the rear axle to change the pinion angle. It didn't fix it, but the temporary, see if it works, turned permanent when it didn't hurt it. And today it hurt it. So one of those shims decided to exit the vehicle.
We had some charging issues or
We
start
still
issues.
got a little diagnosing to do on that. I don't know if I got a bad battery or a bad connection or what, but we swore up and down it was a bad battery for 2 hours, and then
It fixed itself.
it fired right off, and it's been running fine ever since. So I don't know.
Nothing happened on my rig.
No,
my rig ran perfect all day long. I don't know.
He basically just had the fuel and the tools that I needed to make it through the day. So.
We definitely had some overheating issues. Yogi's a big pig to be hauling up through those mountains. What else? I had something else happen. No, the alternator belt wanted to be a little bit of an issue, and it kept kicking out of low range. So apparently my transfer case needs some love. We all survived. We had a good time. We're back here at camp. Did you have a good time, Matt? Did you have a good time, Jim?
I did.
Did you have a good time?
I did.
I had a good time. Mike, did you have a good time?
I did, but I didn't have air conditioning like the rest of y'all.
I turned my air
It's
conditioning
ours.
off. I did have to turn it. I think that was part of the problem. I was trying to be bougie on the trail, and that got us in trouble. So we had a pretty rough day. If you haven't already gathered from previous footage, we had a really good time, but it was definitely taxing, and we put Yogi through the paces. Some of those ledges, I don't know what it's going to look like on camera, but some of those ledges were no joke, and it was literally, what, how many hours were we on the trail? 7 hours?
I was going to say 6, yeah.
6 or 7 hours on reasonably rough trails. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, black diamond rock crawling trails, but it was definitely a lot for a big heavy pig with a house on the top of it. Nonetheless, we had a good time. Did you have a good time, babe?
Yes, I did.
Are you tired?
Yes, I am.
I'm tired too. We're smoked. We're both tired. We've been on the road for how many days now?
A lot.
A lot. 4 days. This is our fourth night, fifth night. Fourth.
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is.
Tuesday. We had Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's
Friday night. So this is our fourth night in the woods. Tomorrow, I think when we head into civilization for a bit, we are going to get a hotel room. We're not cooking. We're eating some good food, and then we're headed to the house.
That we haven't had good food.
No, we've had good food. We've definitely ate well, but we hope you at home really like and appreciate following along with these adventures. We have a good time filming them. It is a lot of work to film these. We do enjoy it. We hope that you at home will like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. And as always, enjoy.